Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Since we're the highest seed, usually you get to kind of take that with you throughout the whole tournament, and that means you get the choice of what you want to play. Of course, we always want to start in the field first, so we get the option to have the last at bat. So the Wildcats making their way onto the field. Once again, they skated through. Kinsley Johnson came in from third base with a sliding play at home for the win. Wildcats warming up in the way the Wildcats do with a dance. Devin, Crossley, Peyton, Kyler, and Hadley all out, jumping around. Music wars are always fun for the Wildcats because we have the best speaker, so it always ends poorly for the other teams, which is why you can hear our music and you can't hear the other people's music. My mom, Robbie Gilbert, Gigi's listening. She said she can see the bees, so I feel like now you guys know I'm not just making it up. Not that you thought that I was, but it's just kind of a strange time of year for bees to still be this active. But this may be like the time they kind of die off and move on. But there's many of them here at Mitch Park today. Every trash can, you sit by a trash can, they're not stinging bees, like they're not bothering anything, but they're just kind of all over stuff. They were all over my paperwork earlier. Wildcats still dancing. Hopefully a little more relaxed in this game. Didn't get their bats on until the last inning, so they waited until the last minute. Hopefully we do not do that this time. If the Wildcats win this particular game, they will at least be playing for first or second in the tournament today. So believe the Oak. Yes. Are you guys from Newcastle? Where do you play at? Just Oklahoma City? Do you want a picture of it, or do you need a physical copy? Okay, we don't have that one. It's over there. This guy that's talking, I'm already not a fan of. I came over and asked him how to announce the names of his players earlier, and he was a jerk to me then, so now I really want to beat him. Not sure what his problem is. The problem is we look official, but we are not the bookkeepers. Like, we run Game Changer when we run the sideline, and we run the play-by-play and all of that good stuff. So we'll get underway here shortly. The game was set to kick off about 1:20. We're 8 minutes late so far. Arrows will bat first, so the Wildcats will be the home team. I asked the coach where the Arrows were from. We're from everywhere. Okay, good to know. Yeah, he may not be a coach, but I got a couple of other names for him. I can say this because I already tell everyone I am biased. I am biased to our team, so please don't expect me to be anything other than that. Other teams can listen. I don't mind them doing that. But you have to understand, as a mama of the pitcher on the Wildcat team, I'm obviously going to be biased. And now I'm kind of angry, so I hope the Wildcats come out angry too. Wildcats still just kind of warming up here. Warm sunny day here at Mitch Park. So we're live, getting ready to get this game underway. I think Crossley Marple's going to pitch this game for the Wildcats. She's had a little bit of a reprieve as Peyton came in. Peyton Woods playing with the Wildcats this weekend. She pitched a game. Kyler Taylor pitched a game yesterday. Brought up 2 wins for the Wildcats, so we're hoping Crossley can do the same. Cross pitched 1 game early yesterday morning. Once again, the Wildcats walk away with this one. That guarantees them first or second in this Turkey Smash tournament here at Mitch Park. Wind's picked up just a little bit here. It's giving my umbrella fits. We've got our camera hooked up to a pole, and the pole has literally come out of the other areas, so it's shaking a little bit because it's not attached to anything. It's just like a random pole they put up there. So we're working on our camera right now, try to get a little bit better angle. When the wind in Oklahoma picks up, it's harder for us to get our camera to stay still. But we'll get her there. Don't really know the record of the Oklahoma Arrows. They won't tell us the record. They won't tell us where they're from. They won't tell us the last names of their players. I'm like, I'm just trying to help you. Help me to help you. Usually, it's kind of hard for us because when they give us their lineup, they either use the first names or the last names of the players. Well, being from the Chuck Edwards School of Play-by-Play from Big W Country in Weatherford, Oklahoma, Chuck Edwards said you always need the first and the last name, and you need to know how to pronounce those names. So sometimes it's hard to get a coach that knows the first and last names of their players because they're usually just hollering their first names. So sometimes they don't know the last names. But we've got them all here today. We've got the lineup for the Arrows. We're ready. The game was supposed to get underway about 1:20, but they're allowing about a 30-minute break in between games here. Gave the girls time to go to the restroom, get something to drink, kind of regroup here. So that's what we're doing now, just kind of waiting for everything to get started. Wildcats will be the home team, so they'll take the field first. Looks like Devin is going to be in center field for the Wildcats today. KJ will be playing left. That's Kinsley Johnson. Payson playing over in right field. Kyler will play shortstop. Elena third. Hadley taking second base. And then Sadie will play first base for the Wildcats, while Crossley will return to her favorite space on the circle in the pitcher's mound. And PJ, Peyton Johnson, will be catching. Harper Meek will lead things off for the Oklahoma Arrows. Whoa! There went me old umbrella. It inverts itself. Well, let's, if I lean it. There we go. Try that. We're on field 5 today here at Mitch Park. I will say that Mitch Park has come to the dance a little bit more so with the refreshments. We are now offering spoons with the Johnny Freeze snow cones. So that's good news. And it is warm enough out here to have a snow cone. Folks getting ready to watch right now, if you're watching, we're just kind of still warming up. Again, the game was supposed to kick off at 1:20, but I don't really know why they're taking so much time to have everybody warm up. But it shows to be 1:35 now, so we'll at least be starting 20 minutes late. I'll try to be mindful of the time that we start, as these games are 70 minutes long. And as we saw in the last game, all of those 70 minutes matter, especially when you're trailing and coming into the fourth inning and need some runs. Looks like the arrows are throwing chiclets or something to hit. Is it rocks? I don't know. If I can't see it, I know you guys can. Little beans. Popping beans, okay. That's kind of fun. Now they're throwing them at the players. That's even more fun. You can't really see because it's not really in view of the camera, but over to the left, all of the arrows are lined up, and their coaches are going down one by one throwing these popping beans. And they hit them and they pop. You can hit them back at the coach and they pop. But the coaches can also throw them at the players and they pop, so it's kind of fun to watch. You can see the coach every now and then bounce back. So it looks like we're about to get underway here. Mitch Park, umpires have taken the field. All of the arrows are going to come out as team leaders, apparently. Wildcats will come on out as well. Umpire going over the rules, going over the time. I show it to be 1:37. Everybody's shaking hands, getting ready. Appreciate all the folks tuning in and watching the Wildcats, supporting the Wildcats. Parrish Hedrick, thank you for joining us. Cindy Williams, Robbie Gilbert, Joni Shepard, this is Pa and Gigi and Pops and Grammy. And Coach Ashley Driscoll has joined us today. We missed her today, of course, at the field, but we know nothing would make Coach Driscoll prouder than to bring home a turkey smash ring with a big fat turkey on it. So that's what the Wildcats are intending on doing today. And hopefully they will do just that. Stillman Johnson made the trip with his wife Jess, their little boy SJ, all the way from Louisiana, watching in person today. You'll hear Stillman in the background cheering on his favorite team, the Wildcats. Warmed up to 75 so far. Lots of sunshine. No clouds in the skies here today at Mitch Park. A little bit of wind. It's picked up a little more from the last game. BJ makes the throw to 2. So we're ready to play ball, ladies and gentlemen. So Harper Meek will be the leadoff batter for the Wildcats here today. Or excuse me, for the Oklahoma Arrows. Rosalie Marple pitching for the Wildcats. She knocks one over past second base. Payson picks it up quickly, throws it to first. Almost throws her out at first. Pretty close call. Sadie caught it. Nice throw in from Payson. But Meek will arrive on one. Sophia Urbina. She bounces one back. Intended to be a bunt. Popped behind the fence here, PJ. Got where we can't see it there. Kind of fit between the railroad track tie and the fence. So Urbina with one strike so far here today. Wildcats looking for a win here. Nice bunt laid down by Urbina. She'll make the throw to first. And it will be an out. Nope. Did they call it safe or out? Way overthrown to third, though, and that will allow a Arrows score across the board. Urbina is out at 1, so that will be out number 1 for the Wildcats, but not before one run got across the plate there from Harper Meek. This brings up Reagan Edwards for the Oklahoma Arrows. She knocks one over to first base. Sadie says, thank you. Easy out. Sadie Lanier with a nice play right there. She didn't even have to move. She just looked at it and said, thank you. Appreciate that. Didn't have to move. Didn't have to tag my bag. 2 outs for the Wildcats. This is Zoe Jarnigan. Pitch called low for a ball. Outs for the Wildcats. It's the Oklahoma Arrows. I don't believe we've faced this team before. Swing and a miss from Jarnigan. 1-1 the count so far. The Wildcats can get a win here today. They'll advance to the championship game. Swings that one past Elena Driscoll on third. KJ picks it up quickly, gets it into Kyler on the cutoff. Kyler runs her back to 1. So Wildcats playing some good defense. This Arrows team has some good batting. They're hitting some good line drive hits, making good contact with the ball. So if the Wildcats can just keep it in front, not do any overthrows, not make any errors, we'll be able to set up and play some good defense here. This brings up Holly Helms. 2 outs. Swing and a miss to Helms. Ooh. PJ with a crazy throw over second. Now it goes to third. Elena Driscoll will make it on the cutoff, but she does advance all the way to 3, so we want to make sure if we're going to throw that to second, we get an accurate throw there. Nobody hurt, though, as long as we can get an out right here. Swing and a miss to Helms. Crossley can come and strike her out. Nobody will be hurt. We'll be just fine getting out of this inning.
One more. Here we go. Take a breath.
You got a 9. Too high for a ball. Two outs. 0-1. Too high, swing and a miss for strike 3. So we got out of that one, thankfully. Only 1 run across the plate. So now the Wildcats have the opportunity to put some on the board. As I mentioned, Oklahoma Arrows are going to be a good hitting team. Hitting some hard balls over down the third baseline to the first baseline. As long as the Wildcats just keep it in front, don't let it roll all the way to the fence. Make their cutoffs, make good throws. We'll be able to defend here. Got to get our bats going, though. Kyler, Hadley, Elena, and Kinsley, the first 4 batters for the Wildcats, followed by Crossley, Payson, PJ, Sadie, Peyton, and Devin. Pitching for the Oklahoma Arrows is Reagan Edwards. Their catcher making their way out of here after getting all of her gear on. I believe their catcher is Hollis Helms. Again, the Arrows were not super forthcoming with any information, so some of this I'm guessing on. Well, maybe it's Fia Marlowe. Is that a 7 on her back in theory? Could be a 7. When they get all these catcher's gear on, it's hard to tell what number they are. Kyler Taylor comes over to say hi. Kyler, are you going to get on base today? Yes, ma'am. Yes, she is. She may bunt. She may not. She may crank it out of there. Either way, we'll be excited to see it. So our grandparents are here today visiting with us. They're sitting right beside us. See if the Wildcats want to do the YMCA out here. "75 degrees, sunshine, almost to the heat of the day. High is expected of 76 today. Cold front moving in on Thursday with a 40% chance of rain." So Kyler Taylor looking to get things started for the Wildcats, and we hope she does. It's always easier to put more runs on the board. Pitch called too high for a ball. Pitch on the way. That one's outside for ball 2 to Kyler Taylor. In these situations, a walk's as good as a hit. Anytime you can just get on base, especially for Kyler, she's so fast, she can run around them pretty fast. That one's too high, way over her head for ball 3. Count 3-0 so far, as Reagan Edwards is pitching, and Fia Marlowe is the catcher. That one's on the way, and also a ball. So Kyler takes a walk to 1. Brings up number 7, Hadley French. Hadley's going to go back to the dugout for just a minute. Nope, we're switching it up a little bit. Peyton is actually going to be batting right there. So that's why she ran out. So Peyton Woods, number 21, batting for the Wildcats right now, looking to get on the board. Too low. Did check swing, so they'll call that one a strike, but not before Taylor advances to 2.
Let's go, Peyton.
Wildcats trail 0-1, but as we mentioned, this is their first at bat. They are the home team today. Pitch over to second base. Hyler's going to easily go to third. Peyton will be called out at 1. She'll run the throw back to the catcher and run her back to third. Here comes Elena Driscoll. Batting for the Wildcats. Driscoll with the big hit last game. She likes that one, pops it way up. Pitcher's trying to get it, misses it, drops it. Rolls foul. She did touch it, but she was out of bounds, so it is a foul ball. If they touch it when it's fair, you get to call a fair ball, but she was out of bounds when she touched that one. So Elena will come on back, try to give it another shot here. She's made contact, now she knows where it's at. Kyler Taylor in scoring position on third. That one's called too high for a ball. So 1-1 the count to Driscoll. Too high, ball 12. Driscoll batting for the Wildcats. Ooh, base hit right up the middle, in between shortstop and third, so Driscoll arrives safely at first. The nice hit, and the Wildcats are on the board with 1. So a nice hit from Elena Driscoll. Right in between the shortstop and the third baseman. They weren't going to get it. It was a solid hit drive. Line drive, that is. Arrows has some good folks in the outfield that can throw the ball, though. They get it in pretty quick. That brings up Kinsley Johnson. Ball's inside for ball 1. KJ, too high, ball 2. Tie ball game at 1 apiece. This is the bottom of the first inning. That one's in the dirt. Gets by the catcher. So Driscoll advances to second. So Elena Driscoll in scoring position for the Wildcats with Kinsley Johnson at the plate. KJ, too high. She'll take a walk. Here comes pitcher Crossley Marple, her Lumberjack song. Even though the bats aren't wooden anymore. Still want her to be a Lumberjack. Swing and a miss to Marple.
Keep your head down, eye on the ball. Watch it hit the bat. You got plenty of speed. Watch it hit the bat. Run the bases.
See Marple looking for a hit here. She knocks that one down the third baseline. They can't get it, and she arrives safe. So a nice hit from Marple there. Uh-oh, here comes P. Mormon. Payson Mormon with the bases loaded for the Wildcats. No outs either. One out, excuse me. Payson looking for a big hit, making something happen. That ball's too high. Walks as good a hit on this one as we'll walk home a run. Already had 2 walks so far this inning. KJ took a walk. Kyler took a walk. That one's a little low. She'll foul tip it back.
Good cut. Good cut.
Bases loaded with number 11, Payson Mormon, batting for the Wildcats.
Let's go, Wildcat.
Swings really high, pop fly. Caught by Zoe Jarnigan there at third base for out number 2. And this brings up Peyton Johnson. If she can get a piece of one here with the bases loaded, that would be amazing. We'll hope for a big hit here from PJ. We know she can do it. We hope she will today. That one's low. Called for a ball. Peyton Johnson batting for the Wildcats. That one's inside for ball 2. Reagan Edwards pitching for the Arrows. Low and called for a strike on that one. So 2-1 the count to PJ Johnson. Peyton looking for a big hit here today. Swing and a miss on that one. Strike 2. 2 outs, tie ball game. 2-2 the count to PJ Johnson.
Watch the whole time. Watch the whole time.
Bases loaded. PJ at the plate. Too high. Gets away from the catcher, but pitcher's covering. So now we'll have a full count. PJ looking to drive some home here today. Inside for a ball, and I believe that's ball 4, isn't it? That's 4! Sorry to scream in the microphone, but it is 4, and that gives us a run, so it matters, and we won it. So now the Wildcats lead 2-1, which brings up Hadley. Swing and a miss to Hadley.
Let's go. Hey, Luke, take it off.
Wildcats on top 2-1. Bases still loaded. Swing and a miss to French. 2 strikes. No balls to Hadley. Bases loaded for the Wildcats. Too high for a ball. Oklahoma Arrows do a good job covering the plate if it does get away from the catcher, which it has several times. She She knocks that one with a nice base hit over second, and that'll bring home KJ. That'll bring home Crossley, and the runners advance for the Wildcats. An amazing hit from Hadley. The stand-up double. Does a fantastic job hitting the ball there. Which makes the score 4-1. Wildcats now on top. And here comes Sadie Lanier. She's hoping to keep it going for the Wildcats. PJ on third. Hadley on second. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Wildcats. They're on top 4-1 here. Swing and a miss there to Lanier. Sadie back in the box. Too low for a strike, or that was just the strike? Okay. So 2 strikes on Lanier. That one's too low. Get down! There, she's there! She's there! They don't have the ball. They're tagging her, but they don't have the ball. So PJ gets home as well. So 5-1 the score. 2-2 the count to Lanier. Hadley on third, waiting to score. That one's in the dirt.
Hadley's got those wheels.
I'm pretty sure that the pitcher cannot stand in front of the running batter, but that is what happened last time. So either way, she's going to be safe.
There goes Sadie.
Swing and a miss, but she drops it. You have to throw it to first. And Lanier is safe. They didn't get there in time. They threw the ball, but they were waiting. No, is she out? Is she safe? What's the call? Blue, come on. It's not it's no foul ball. So now they've gone back and called it safe. We're like, there's no way it can be a foul ball. The catcher dropped the ball and didn't throw it to first. She did throw it, but it didn't get there in time. So now we're asking both blue, what is it? If she scores, it's 6. If she's out, I'm not sure what we're doing. We're going to let them talk. Arrows are mad. I agree. Nobody is saying anything, so it's very hard.
That's 6.
If she's safe, that's 6, Blue. Okay, so now we're going to bring Hadley back to third. We're going to call it a foul ball somehow, even though their catcher dropped the ball and missed the throw at 1. And now Lanier is going to come back to the plate. What a mess. And now she dropped the ball again. It's not a foul ball, and they do get the out, in theory. Is she safe? She's safe. These umpires are going to get beat up after this game, y'all. I ain't playing with you. They really are. Yeah, the arrows are all kinds of mad right now. Yeah. I mean, they need to be mad because their catcher didn't catch the ball. That's who they should be mad at. But I understand being upset with these umpires because they are not clear in their calls, and we're just having to guess as we're going. So what happened the last time Lanier was at bat was the exact same thing. Catcher, she swung and missed. Catcher dropped the ball, picked the ball up, threw it to first. They did not get her in time. She was called safe. So now they're calling her out after the arrows cried about it. So now, in theory, the score is 5-1. Now the Wildcats are mad. They're not saying I'm upset with your call. We're upset because you never say it. We can't tell what you're doing over here. But I hate to tell them, they're fighting with the wrong Wildcat on this one, as Garrett Lanier is going to he can take them, I'm pretty sure. And again, we're not saying we're not upset with the call, but make the call the first time. They sent Lanier back to the batter's box. The exact same thing happened. She swung and missed. Catcher did not catch the ball clean, which means you have to throw it to first for drop strike 3. It's certainly not a foul ball, which is what they called. So they bring her back. Catcher misses the ball again, throws it to first again, and now they're going to call her out this time. Same exact play. No foul ball anywhere near it. But again, Wildcats still scored 5. So the score is 5-1. They got 4 in that inning. And now Katie, Sadie Lanier's mom, is playing Twisted Sister. We're not going to take it. Because again, you're not upset with the officials with what they're calling, but you do want them to just call something. You have to say what you're calling, because we're all waiting. We don't know what's happening over here. They've got an umpire in the outfield, and they've got an umpire here behind the plate. Umpire behind the plate called Sadie safe both times. Umpire in the field called Sadie safe the first time. And then once the Arrow coaches came out, handed him their butt, they decided they'd call it out. So either way, Wildcats lead 5-1. And honestly, the more time they want to burn throughout this thing while we're ahead, we'll let them burn it all day. Stillman screaming for PJ. KJ's in catching. So he's saying, it's all right, you're both mine. I can yell for either one of you. Again, even if you're their dad, it's hard to tell what number they've got right there. But here's a clue to all of our viewers, okay? Pate rhymes with 8, and she wears blue shoes. KJ wears red shoes. So if you're ever out here watching and you're not sure who's catching, now sometimes they'll trick you, and they'll both wear one blue shoe and one red shoe because they're sneaky, and we love it. But KJ is the catcher this time. Crossley Marple pitching. And again, we're playing some angry music because we're not going to take it. We're tired of the Arrows and their attitudes. They've had a bad attitude this whole time. Their fans have had a bad attitude. Their coaches don't have great attitudes either. But we're ready. And we're not going to take it. So we're hoping for 3 up, 3 down here today. Is this Ivy Bartlett? Okay. Hollis Helms struck out. I think this is Ivy Bartlett. Wildcats did a great job. Elena Driscoll came in, hit a nice zinger down the third base line, right between third and second with a single. Crossley hit one to third base as well, and then outran it. And then Kyler took a walk, KJ took a walk, PJ took a walk. Here we go, Nines, you got it, Cross! I apologize for screaming earlier, but we're trying to get the. If the Wildcats had scored, it was going to be 6. So we were trying to let Blue know it was 6 runs, but then they ran everybody back and messed with our minds. So now the score is 5-1. Swing and a miss. This is Hollis Helms batting. That one's in the dirt outside. Bees are still with us, yes, but they're not stinging bees. They're just looking for sugar bees. And there's plenty of sugar here at Mitch Park for them to have today. That's a strike. One ball, 2 strikes, the count to Hollis Helms. Ooh, that was close. Called for a ball.
Here you go, Cross.
This is the bottom of the second inning. Swing and a miss. And that retires Hollis Helms for out 1. Here comes Ivy Bartlett. One out, score 5-1. Wildcats will have the last at bat. Once again, this game got started pretty late, though. Swing and a miss. Ivy Bartlett batting for the Oklahoma Arrows. Tips that one foul over the dugout. Wait for a ball to come back in. So 2 strikes on Bartlett. Cross gets the ball back.
There you go, one more.
Foul tip back. Ivy Bartlett batting for the strike! And that retires their second batter there. So Ivy Bartlett goes down watching. 2 outs for the Wildcats. They're on top 5-1. This brings up Riley Hope Thomas. Riley Hope Thomas into the batter's box. Here comes the pitch from Marple. Strike one. That one's called low for a ball. Pretty close, though. Strike! We've told Stillman and PJ and KJ some of the ways to make Crossley happy, and it is by calling her OT. That one's low for a ball. She's got 2 strikes on her. Open for strike number 3 right here. There we go! And that retires 3 batters right there. So the Wildcats believe they've gotten mad, folks. They've had quite enough. Like I said, and the song said, they're not going to take it. Had a few questionable calls, had things go opposite ways. Unclear calls, but Wildcats lead 5-1. Does anybody know what time we got started? 1:40? About 1:40, you think? Yeah, they were still warming up pretty close. We knew we weren't going to at least get started to 1:40. It might be a little bit after that. What is she saying? Crossley's over here screaming for her dad. Dad, that second batter, did you see my changeup? We don't care what it was a strike and we'll support it. But she and her dad play a lot of catch back in the backyard. We have learned that you must protect your body, so full MMA gear. She did still manage to hit me in the toe last week. But she throws hard enough where it'll leave a mark. I will tell you that. Yeah, she hit her pitching coach, Taryn Ritz. She hit her in the toe, and then she hit her in the shin as well. And I'm guessing she has a bruise. Wildcats on top 5-1. They will have the last bat. They are the home team this game. Once again, if they do win this game, they will either be first or second, as the next game is the championship game. Single elimination. Yeah. So we'll go back to play here.
You got it, Dub.
D-Money coming up to bat. Devin. Hardcore Devin Paw pulled her own tooth out earlier today. Stuck it in her back pocket for the tooth fairy later. Swing and a miss to Paw. My mom just texted me and said I haven't mentioned London. London is Crossley's twin sister. I think that was a balk, but they didn't call that. Strike two. London is living her best life. They have snow cones here. We have not seen her. She hasn't watched one game that the Wildcats have played. She's been climbing trees. Living her best life. Outside pitch for a ball. A little gust of wind here at Mitch Park. Taste it in my teeth there. D-Money starting us off. Okay, that was a strange pitch, and it's inside for a ball. 2-2 the count to D-Money. Devin looking to be a hitter today. Outside for ball three. Full count to Devin. That one's in the dirt, bounces off. Devin takes a walk. So once again, walks as good as a hit, especially as fast as these Wildcats are. They can run the bases and steal in a heartbeat. Back to the top of the lineup with Kyler Taylor. Ball has come over the field, so we're going to have the umpire go get it. Somebody playing catch over there. Missed the ball. So we'll get that, throw it back over into the trees. So he'll jog back into play. Here comes Kyler Taylor. Nice pop fly over down the third baseline. Out of play, bounces back in off the fence. So Kyler Taylor looking for a hit. One runner on first, Devin Paw for the Wildcats. No outs. Ball called low. Catcher's going to make the throw to second, but not in time. So Devin with the steal. Now in scoring position for the Wildcats. They're on top 5-1. No outs. Strike three called for Taylor. Here comes Peyton Woods, number 21, helping out the Wildcats this weekend. Devin Poff on second in scoring position for the Wildcats. Peyton can hit her around. Too high on that one for a ball. Devin's toying with them, toying with their minds. She'll go back on the second though. Nice little hit up to the pitcher. She's going to have to roll hard. Goes in the dirt, misses. And D-Money comes across the plate. So Peyton with a nice little bobbler, hit right in front of the plate. Wasn't an intentional bunt, but it was a great hit. Pitcher just did not have time to make that throw. Bounced it, missed it, and Peyton safely on one. That brings up Elena Driscoll. Driscoll with a great hit. She didn't like that one. That's a ball. Catcher's going to make the throw, but not before Peyton slides in. She's safe. Such a good slide there from Peyton Woods. Nice job. So she's now in scoring position for the Wildcats with no outs. Or one out, excuse me. Ball too high. 2-0 the count to Elena Driscoll. In the dirt. That'll bring Peyton safely to third. As it got past Fia Marlowe, the catcher for the Oklahoma Arrows. Here comes Elena Driscoll. She swings that one back to the pitcher, but it goes over to second. Second will make the catch and get the out at 1, but not before Peyton scores one for the Wildcats. Here comes Kinsley Johnson, who's catching this game for the Wildcats.
Here we go, KJ.
7-1 the score. Inside, called for a ball. 2 outs for the Wildcats. Wildcats on top 7-1. Done a much better job batting this game. They got mad earlier, and they've made them pay the price. It's called low for a ball. Her daddy spread, she didn't swing at that one. Too high on that one for ball 3. Stillman. Yeah, I told you he was going to be proud. 3 balls, no strikes to KJ. She'll swing and tip that one back foul. It's a good pitch to swing at. That would have been called a strike. KJ batting for the Wildcats. Swings that one, tips it back. She's in battle. She's battling. We give the umpires a hard time, but this is a hard job. We realize that. These are younger umpires all the time. Swing and a miss. And that will be out number 3 for the Wildcats, but not before they got 2 on the board. 7-1 the score. Kyler took a walk. Devin took a walk. Got some runs for us as they were able to come on in. Peyton with a good hit. Bobbled it right in front of the plate. Advanced on to first. She did a great job. Again, these games are 70 minutes long. Hey, Ty, do you know what time we got started?
No.
Do you know what time we got started, Blue? I know it was past 1:40, but it was...
So the original game time was
1:20, yes, sir.
But you guys know we started like 15 later after that. So it's
1:40-ish, yeah. We're close, we're close. It's hard. A lot of times we go places and they have a timer, and that's almost what you have to do, because if you don't press that thing, I always forget to look at the clock, so I'm not ever aware. But I know that we had not started by 1:40, but we were out and the coaches and the teams were huddling, so it's got to be close to that moment. But if he wants to say we started at 1:30, we will let him. We will let him say that. I was not going to correct him. Okay. 1:40? Okay. So they're going to say the game started at 1:40. Went and cleared that with the coaches, so that is the official from Blue. So it is now 2:20. Once again, Wildcats do get the last bat. So if we can come up, get 3 up, 3 down right here, we'll get out of this and advance to the championship game. Is the championship game right after this game? So the championship game coming up a little bit later this afternoon. I think it's around the 4 o'clock hour. So they'll have a little bit of break. Everybody got to go get a Johnny Freeze, feed it to the bees. So once again, KJ catching for the Wildcats this game. day today. Lots of sunshine out here. Lots of folks watching online. We appreciate you guys supporting the Wildcats wherever you're at. We're just glad to be able to make it to where you can support them if you can't always get out to the ballpark. It also saves you money. It's $8 a pop to get in here. KJ going to make the throw to second. Kyler going to cut her off there. And it will be balls in as we go back to play here. So Lydia Hale will be up to bat for the Oklahoma Arrows. They're at the bottom of their lineup right now. Lydia Hale, Hallie Williams, and Thea Marlowe rounding out the Arrows. It's a swing and a miss to Hale.
Tell me why you got 2 guys. Let's go.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss to Hale. 0-2 the count. See if we can start off with a strikeout here. Pretty close. Didn't get the call on that one. Good pitch nonetheless. It's in the right area. It's in the right spot to Hale. Pops that one foul. Cross will get the ball back. Lydia Hale batting. Swing and a miss. Caught clean from KJ, so that will be out number 1. Wildcats on top 7-1 so far over the Oklahoma Arrows. This brings up Hallie Williams. Strike 1. Hallie Williams. It was low and outside, so it was a true strike. She's standing all the way in the back of the batter's box. Swing and a miss.
There we go. Let's do it.
That one's called low for a ball to Hallie Williams.
Take a breath. Take your time.
Ooh. That's going to leave a mark. Nobody hurt. 1 out. I believe this is Thea Marlowe. Maybe.
Take it up. Let's go, Nines.
1 out for the Wildcats. They lead 7-1. Strike 1 to Thea Marlowe, the catcher for the Arrows. Swing and a miss. Did she go? She did not go. She did a little check swing there. We thought she might have went.
Hey, you're coming across. Go straight.
Umpire says she did not. Strike 3. So 2 up, 2 strikeouts completely for the Arrows. That brings them back to the top of their lineup. Harper Meek. Strike 1. Harper Meek, 2 outs for the Wildcats. She slings that one over to the Wildcat dugout for foul.
Hey, 1 more, 9.
Strike. Bye-bye. 3 up, 3 down. Marple decided she'd had enough of those folks. So the Arrows get none. Literally 3 strikeouts right off the bat. That makes it easy. Brings up the team morale. They don't have to play defense or worry about anything, and they're fired up. Seven to 1 the score. As we mentioned, we got started around 2:40. So I would assume this would be the last bat for the Arrows. They may cry about it. I guess that's true. So this game will be over at 2:50, basically. So it all depends. The Wildcats get to rallying and put a bunch on the board. Crossley up for the Wildcats. So we'll see if Crossley Marple can be as mad batting as she is when she's pitching. It'll be Crossley, Payson, and PJ in the lineup for the Wildcats. Crossley walked her last at bat.
Now batting, number 99, Crossley.
Crossley stepping into the plate. Reagan Edwards still pitching for the Arrows. Called low for a ball. Crossley will usually make you throw a strike before she swings at it.
There you go.
She knocks that one over to the coaches, taking it out on them.
There you go. Keep an eye on it. Watch your feet. Head down.
Number 9's looking to get a hit here. She foul tips that one, so she's got her timing. Just needs to straighten it out. As the Sentinel softball cheers would say, way to get a piece of it now, get it all. Come on, Crossley, hit that ball. Ooh, too high. I gotta swing at that one. 2-2 the count to Marple. So she's gonna have to battle here. It's 2 strikes, 2 foul tips.
Bat on ball. Let's do it, Cross.
Too high. Full count now to Marple. Walks as good as a hit in this situation, especially when you're starting off, because Crossley's fast too. She'll run around the bases and steal.
Watch the ball.
Too high. Ball 4. Crossley takes a walk to 1.
Payson.
Payson Mormon goes to get some words of encouragement from Coach Driscoll. She'll step in, get ready. 1 runner on. No outs, 7-1 the score. Payson knocks it down to third base. Third baseman can't keep up with it. Tries to make the throw, can't. Just will throw it back to the pitcher. So a nice hit from Payson Mormon. Here comes Peyton Johnson, PJ Johnson.
There you go.
Ready to get her one. Too low on that one. It gets past Fia Marlowe, the catcher. I can guarantee you. Crossley will be on third, and Payson will be on second. Strike 1, PJ. Marple on second, scoring position. Payson on first. PJ Johnson at the plate. She knocks that one back to her brother, SJ. SJ wasn't quite ready. Peyton looking for a big hit for the Wildcats. too low. That one scared me. That one scared me too.
DJ, you got it. You leader.
Too low.
Good eye.
So PJ battling here. Wait to knock in her friends. That one's too low, and she'll take a walk. Way to be patient. Patience at the plate has paid off for the Wildcats today. Reagan Edwards, a good pitcher. But all the momentum with the Wildcats right now. Hadley had a fantastic hit, her last at bat. We'll see if she can do it again today.
Loosen up, shake it. Soft.
Hadley for a bunt. She does. What a great one, too. Rolls foul, but a fantastic bunt. So she'll come on back. We may attempt a bunt again from Hadley. She does a great job bunting for the Wildcats as well. She does a great job hitting, too, though.
Go, girl.
So we'll see which call she gets from Coach Driscoll.
Here we go, Hadley.
Hadley looking for a hit. Too high. 1-1 the count to Hadley French. Swing and a miss. Runners on first and second for the Wildcats. No outs. 7-1 the score. That one's in the dirt. Two and two the count to Hadley French. She'll tip that one back foul. Full count for Hadley French.
Slow down.
Here comes Hadley. Swing and a miss, and that will be strike three to Hadley. One out for the Wildcats. They still lead 7-1. With Sadie Lanier coming up. Of course, Sadie, she may have PTSD from batting with all the stuff that went on the last time she was at bat. They said she hit a foul ball. She didn't. Their catcher dropped the ball twice. They sent her to first twice. They brought her back twice. A mess. Sadie just going to get a regular hit this time, I think. That one's in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. Crossley Marple gets there. Safe. They block the plate every time. It's a little bit hard for you either. I would run over them, but the Wildcats are a lot nicer than me. So that brings in one run, 8-1 the score. Lanier at the plate. She knocks that one back foul over to the Arrows dugout. 1-1 the count to Lanier. Here we go, Sadie. Let's put one out there. Inside for a ball. Payson and PJ in scoring position for the Wildcats. Too high for a ball. So 3-1 the count to Lanier. Marple walked earlier. PJ walked earlier. Swing and a miss. For strike two. Full count to Sadie Lanier. She battles through that one as a foul tipped over to the dugout once again.
Good job.
Lanier looking for a hit here. Too high, and she'll take a walk.
Number 20, 7.
Bases loaded for Devin D-Money Poff. 1 out. 8-1. Wildcats on top. Ball 1. Walks as good as a hit. Walks going to bring a run in. We'll take it all day. Sunny and 76 here at Mitch Park at the Turkey Smash tournament. Way too high. That one gets away. And Payson arrives safely across the plate with a slide. So that'll make it 9-1 with 1 out for the Wildcats. Here we go, Devin. That one's in the dirt. PJ's got to get down. And she does. Drop the ball, so that brings in another one. 3 balls or 2 balls to Devin? 3? Okay. 3 balls, no strikes to Devin. Score is 10-1. Wildcats on top. That's a strike. So 1 out. 10-1 to score. Wildcats on top with D-Money in the batter's box.
2-0.
She knocks that one over the Wildcat dugout this time. So that'll bring us a full count to Devin. 1 out.
Take that play. 2-0.
She knocks that one. Nice hit right up the middle for a base hit for D-Money. That'll bring Lanier across the plate. Wildcats with 4 big hits in this inning. Score is 11-1. We're back to the top of the lineup. Nice hit for Devin coming in clutch. 1 out. Here's Kyler Taylor. Doesn't like that one. Devin will safely go to second on a passed ball from the catcher. Catcher is Fia Marlowe.
Come on, Kyler, keep it rolling.
Kyler looking for a hit here. Pops it way high behind the batter's box. Didn't hit anybody, but it is a foul ball. So she'll come on back. One out, score. And that'll do it, folks. So that's ball game. Wildcats with a big win, coming out with big sticks. The Arrows literally cried about everything. Their fans cried, their coaches cried, their players cried, and it didn't do them any good as they still went down. So the Wildcats will advance to the championship. They'll either be first or second in this thing. And I'm not sure what time we play, but we'll be back here shortly, and we'll let you guys know